was supposed to be Iran's big empire building moment, an economic blueprint that mirrored America's historic Marshall Plan. But today, that dream lies in ruins. A Reuters investigation has uncovered secret Iranian embassy documents in Damascus, revealing just how deeply and disastrously Iran invested in Syria. From power plants to oil fields to rail bridges and billions in debt. The grand Iranian strategy to control post-war Syria has collapsed. In the aftermath of war, power rushes to fill the void, and Iran thought it had the perfect blueprint. Secret files recovered from the Iranian embassy in Damascus reveal a bold and covert master plan, a full-scale reconstruction effort modeled after the US Marshall Plan that rebuilt post-World War II Europe. A confidential Iranian study, 33 pages long and dated May 2022, envisioned Syria not as a friend, but as an economic satellite, a future cash cow, a $400 billion opportunity waiting to be exploited and controlled. Tehran admired how America's post-war strategy created political, economic, and cultural dependence in Europe. Iran wanted that, its own mini-empire in the heart of the Arab world. It was systematic, aggressive, and strategic. Rebuild Syria's power grids, control its oil, train its engineers, fund its factories, and embed Iranian firms so deeply that the Syrian state would become inseparable from Iran's economy. And Tehran got to work. Over a decade, it funneled billions into over 40 known projects, each one a pillar of influence. A 411 million euro power plant in Latakia, near the Mediterranean coast, meant to power Syrian cities. A rail bridge across the Euphrates River, symbolic infrastructure built by a Khamenei-linked charity. Oil fields in the eastern desert, targeting long-term energy control. But these dreams came with nightmarish execution. The Latakia plant, unfinished, poorly managed, and marred by corruption and unpaid wages. The Euphrates Bridge, flattened by a US airstrike and never repaired. The oil fields, it was abandoned. Iran's empire was cracking before it even stood. Corruption was rampant. Syrian subcontractors tied to the Assad family siphoned funds. Iranian engineers were kidnapped or killed in conflict zones. Security remained fragile. Payments lagged. Currency collapsed. And US sanctions targeted every link in the chain, freezing assets, blocking materials, striking infrastructure. Iran's firms were owed at least $178 million in unpaid dues. Some lawmakers claimed Syria's debt to Iran could be as high as $30 billion. And yet, there was no return on investment. But the death knell came in December 2024. After over a decade of rule, President Bashar al-Assad, Tehran's most vital ally, was toppled by a coalition of rebel groups led by Hayat Tahrir al-Sham. Assad fled to Russia, and Iran's position in Syria unraveled overnight. As the rebels entered Damascus, Iranian diplomats, security forces, and engineers fled in panic. The Iranian embassy was stormed, its documents looted and leaked. Among them, evidence of secret details, unpaid invoices, internal memos of despair, a paper trail of a failed empire. The new Syrian government, led by President Ahmad al-Shara, has taken a clear stance. Iran is out. The past is over. He has called Iran's role in Syria exploitative, divisive, and damaging. He refuses to honor the contract signed under Assad's regime. The billions Iran poured into Syria vanished with the regime it backed. Iran's mission in Syria was never just about ideology or defense. It was about domination, disguised as reconstruction. But as these looted documents show, the dream of building a Persian empire in Damascus has disintegrated. What remains is a cautionary tale for any power trying to control another nation in the fog of war. In Syria, the ruins speak louder than any plan ever could. With Rudrashish Kanjilal, Bureau Report, India Today Global.